Let's talk about Drivecam. Okay, I'm going to let you know what I do know about these. Number one, these lights right here don't have to be doing anything for it to report you for doing whatever you're doing. If you cover the lens, it's going to report you. If you got a drink in your hand, you're sucking on it going on the road, it's going to report you. You're smoking, it's going to report you. Holding a phone in your hand, it's going to report you. Pissing into a container while you're driving, it's going to report you. I know a guy, well, not personally, but I know of a guy that this happened to with our sister company. If you hit your brakes too hard, it's going to report you. If you swerve, it's going to report you. If you're going to do any swerving, at least have your directionals on, because they are plugged into the data lines of the tractor, and if your directional is on, it will just say, yeah, he's taking a turn or some shit like that. It looks at the lines when you're going down the road. It does not like windy, curvy roads with, and it doesn't like roads with a lot of cones and construction. It just fucks with it, okay? Because it's really not not engineered for that kind of shit. Now, behind here, and behind here, okay, behind this, in the same latitude as these lights right here, there are more LEDs. However, and I'm going to show you the board, what it looks like. See? There they are. And you bring this down, they're approximately at that latitude right there. There are 4 on each side. They are infrared. This allows them to see you in dark situations. So if you drive at night or early in the morning and it's dark, they can see you as a result of that. The flip side of that is you can use IR lighting, like for video cameras. They make plenty of 12-volt ones. You can buy them on eBay and Amazon, and you can power them up in a cigar lighter and blind the crap out of these cameras. However, it will sense it as a tampering and rat you out for it. Sound, here's where it listens to you, and over here is where it detects light levels. I'm pretty sure of that. That's that for that side. This side, the big one to the left is a power connector. You can, it plugs it into the DLC lines. It uses the green and yellow lines for the to the DLC that hangs under your dashboard. This one right here is covered right here. This bottom one right here. This is covered by a plastic piece that keeps you from pulling the that little white SIM card out of there, and it is held in there in place with a little screw that you need a tamper-proof bit to get it out. It's like a T6 or a T8. I don't know what size it is, but it's pretty small. You can buy a whole kit of them at Home Depot or on Amazon or any place for that matter that sells tools. This right here, the top one, is the old USB port. It's the same as the charging port on your Android. It doesn't provide any physical power that I'm aware of. I have not tapped into it for power of any sort. However, it is a data port, and it is probably subject to USB attacks, like the types that have been used on laptops and computers for years, whereas a high voltage spike is sent down the data lines and it completely annihilates laptops and computers. So I'm sure they didn't waste the electronics for that purpose of buffering that kind of attack, and it's probably going to it'll probably wipe them out. Now, even Dell doesn't even waste their time putting that type of circuitry in, but who knows? These are pretty high tech. If you look at this, it's all surface mount stuff. There's no no hand inserted crap inside of it. All these shields did have covers on them. I ripped them all off. They're pretty high tech and pretty cool, if you ask me, if you're into that sort of stuff. There's the road facing camera. Now, some guys may or may not be aware of this, but you see this little hump here on the back? Well, if you disconnect the power, this guy that plugs into the side, it's got a battery backup, so it still has a heartbeat when you pull the power off of it. I don't know if it phones home or just for storing preventing whatever is on its memory chips from being lost, or it's there as a safeguard in case you pull the power on it and your employer wants to know. However, the good news about this battery is it is not a rechargeable. It doesn't recharge off of this unit, and it has to be physically removed and replaced. These brackets right here have teeth in them, so you just can't snap this thing to face it away from your face or the road. So don't get any ideas, because you'll probably break the damn thing. So the only real way to do it is by you know, T25s. I don't know what they are. Safety anti-tamper screws. Like I said, you can buy them at Home Depot. Probably get them at Walmart. Get them on Amazon and eBay, any of them places. You know, they're not some secret, top secret tool that you need a license to own. You can buy them anywhere. Okay. Sorry. The AI will recognize if you've got something in your hand, like a phone. It recognizes this right here, a phone. It recognizes that. Don't do that, I guess. If you're going to do stuff like that, hold the camera below the sight of, not the camera, but hold your phone or whatever object below the lens of the camera, out of its sight. You can hold it below or close to the dash, below where it can't see. I mean, it can't see everything. It can see from like your shoulders up. That's about all it can see, depending on how they mounted it. We've been using the visors, pulling the visors down, and it blocks the lens, but it sends reports and rats us out. So, you know, you can wear a face mask. You can wear a burqa. You can identify as a Muslim woman and wear a burqa. There ain't shit they can do about it. You know, religious freedoms are one of those slippery slopes that they probably would not want to take a ride down. You know, and I've already told my safety department, basically, fuck off. You're not going to get an image of my face on your cameras, and it's not going to sit there. I'm not going to sit there all day and allow it to analyze my face. It's against my religious beliefs. I don't have to tell them what my religious beliefs are. I just don't believe my face should be on their web servers. Or Lytx, whatever it is. Drivecam, whoever. My face, this is intellectual property. You do not have my permission to photograph it, like it or not. And, you know, I'm waiting for the rest of the shit to happen. But in the meantime, if they ever try to terminate me based on me covering my face, you know, I'm going to get an attorney. That's what that boils down to. It will recognize a phone in your hand. It'll recognize a cigarette in your hand, a cigarette in your mouth. Anything that you can imagine your employer does not want you doing, it recognizes. So you need to operate in such a way as to, you know, not act in the norm. You know, I don't know what to tell you. You may have to get creative. If you paint your face with geometric shapes, it will probably jack with the camera and send them alerts. But you know what? At the end of the day, your employer really can't do shit about it. You know, wear long brim caps that drop below to the point where your eyes cannot make contact with that camera lens. You know, stuff like that is what you can do. Wear a scarf. Wear a fucking PPE mask. You know, a big one that goes up over your nose. Don't let it see your eyes, the bridge of your nose, and your forehead, because that's probably where it's looking, like most AI does for facial recognition shit. You know, if all else fails, you know, hit the thing with a big fucking hammer and hope for the best. That's all I can tell you right now, until I destroy one of these with a USB attack. Until then, I bid you peace.